So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Vice President Antonio Tajani, Commissioner.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming in this building, the European Commission building. But I would like to start by thanking the host, the European Satellite Operator Association and Eurospace, for this event. I am happy to see so many representatives of the various sectors providing satellite-based services. The services you provide are the backbone of the world space industry. Space has a big potential for our societies and everyday lives. Satellite-based technologies is a key in realizing the potential by connecting us to space and providing many solutions and services to the citizens. We in Europe can already rely on a world-class industry to develop and deliver satellite communication services. Those services are key in delivering information, one of the most important resources of the growing sector of the digital society. Satellite communication contributes to several actions proposed in the digital agenda for Europe, notably to closing the broadband gap in low-density populated areas and in providing cross-border digital services. Space creates a unique opportunity to boost the economic performance of our continent. It is no coincidence that space is an integral part of the EU 2020 strategy, which aims at sustainable and inclusive growth. But we are not only inward-looking. Our investment in space, such as in EU flagship programs Galileo and Copernicus, has a worldwide potential to bring considerable benefits to societies. We are working with a number of countries around the world on how to bring these benefits to their citizens. The socioeconomic benefits from both Galileo and Copernicus are considerable, including in their capacity to mitigate risk and enhance global stability, which are the themes of this conference. Galileo, the European global satellite-based navigation system, will be a fully integrated system that will provide services to transport, but also financial and communication activities, agriculture, fisheries. Our European Sales Expo today is in Rome, in Piazza del Popolo. It's very important exposition for citizens. In this event, our civil servant explained to the people what's happening here, thanks Galileo, Copernicus, and EGNOS satellites. This is very, very important because for us it's important to explain to the people why we are spending a lot of money for this project. But this project aren't only satellites projects. It's a project in favor of citizens here. Copernicus is very important. We speak every day on Galileo, but it's also important to explain to the people Copernicus, the European program for the establishment of a European capacity for Earth observation, provides information that helps to understand how our planet and its climate are changing. Copernicus is a unique program that has no comparison in the world. The benefits of such a program are estimated to be 4 to 10 times bigger than the amounts invested. Copernicus has therefore considerable potential for citizens and business. The political and economic weight of the EU in space is growing, and so is our responsibility in turning this weight into tangible and effective solutions. The EU is likely to devote more than 11 billion to space activities over the next 7 years. Galileo and Copernicus will be the main beneficiaries of this funding. The third main beneficiary will be Horizon 2020 Space Research Program, which is planned under the heading Industrial Leadership. This means that the main objective will be to strengthen the competitiveness and innovation potential of the European space sector. EU investment in space will open up new opportunities for business in Europe. But we need to do more. Without a vibrant space industry in Europe, we will not be able to benefit from our investments. And for me, it's very important to back our space industry. Not only the most important companies, but also the small and medium-sized companies. It's possible to back this sector only through a good policy in favor of small and medium-sized companies working in space sector. The Commission therefore adopted last February, as you know, a communication on EU space industrial policy which seeks to release the potential for growth in the space sector. We have set out a number of targets to achieve that, such as 1. To increase industry skill levels. 2. To make finance and investments more readily available. 3. To ensure the EU independence in space. 4. And also to reshape the EU legislative framework to make it a driver for industry. This initiative will be complemented by our recently proposed EU Space Surveillance and Tracking Support Programme, a significant contribution to increase the safety of satellite operations. It will help us to reduce collision risk and to better inform public authorities about uncontrolled re-entries of inactive satellites or space debris. I would like to conclude by highlighting our shared responsibility in delivering many of the goals and activities I have mentioned. Many of you present here today are closely associated with our efforts to build Galileo and Copernicus, and I am grateful for that. It is therefore our shared responsibility to make sure that we achieve it in timely and successful manner. Thank you all for your attention. Thank you for your engagement. Thank you for your cooperation with the European Commission for growth, for jobs, because I think the future is the space, the high technology level, and thanks to your cooperation, it's possible to build a new industrial policy. Space sector is a key point within our strategy in favor of European reindustrialization. I think also the next meeting on industrial policy in February next year, the Council on Industrial Policy, is important to put on the table also the space policy. During last European Commission meeting, I underlined this. For me, but also for the Commission, space industry is crucial for our growth and for jobs for young people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vice President. Your considerations reflect very well the theme of the event, and I'm sure they will be an inspiration for the sessions.
So, following the Vice President, I'd like today's event, and so I'd like to introduce you first to Bruce Weinert. He's Director of the Strategic Foresight Team, who's also the Council Manager for the Global Agenda Council on Space Security.
Within the forum. First of all, I'd like to very much thank Commissioner Tajani for his patronage of this event. Thank you very much. I'm very excited to be able to be here and tell you a little bit about the community. Typical partners, organizations that partner with us are operators, mobile, fixed, cable companies. Your partners really is twofold. The better known way is through our events and summits. Davos, annual meeting